Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. It's time for the Incan Uprising. Honestly, that'd be Catholic theocracy. Well, yeah, that's fair. They're probably definitely Catholic by this time period. Alright. Where we fought an unsuccessful war against Britain last game. But that's okay. That is A-okay. It's really not that big a deal that we technically lost. It ended up being a white peace. And if I walk away from a war against Britain with a white peace, I call that a win. And kind of understandably so. I don't know why those shrunk. God, that's a terrifying realization that, like, I think I've maxed out my coal production, almost. This looks like one of the last few places without. Still very short on transportation, though. Yeah. I mean, at this point, I have such a massively and rapidly increasing population and, like, urbanization rate that I'm okay. Yeah, Britain, they're struggling a bit more. Germany, they're struggling even more. Since their population literally just flocks to me. Maybe in 12 months I'll try this again. Honestly, moving to mass conscription may be a good idea. Like, national militia serves me well enough, but I don't know. I do lose some conscription rate. Yeah. National Guard really helps out and covers me on the back. Give me a whole extra % conscription rate. I think it'll probably be fine. But yeah. We'll see how things go. We've got so many people just kind of migrating in. It's kind of nuts. And we'll see. Oh god, we're actually getting unemployed people here. Well, in that case, build some tool mills. Yeah. Like, I kind of want to try and get independence from Germany. I don't know, you think they'll accept? I'm actually going to save. Hear me out. Let me cook. Will I immediately leave the block if I gain independence? I want to find out. Because the mechanic's still kind of new, right? They may also just say no, but... Oh no, no matter what, it forces a diplomatic play, unless they back down. Like, the US is on our side. Minus 20, minus, yeah. Nah, never mind. Alright. So yeah, that's still a thing. Alright. I'm trying to think, though. Let's move and pass women's suffrage now as well. That will further just kind of give me more workers. Like, a lot more. And more workers means more, well, workers. It's more GDP. More GDP per capita. Higher standard of living. More migrants as a result. You know? Let's get that going. Combustion engine. Well, supposedly this would be very good for my motor industries. I find that hard to believe, but you never know, right? Yeah, I saw that coming. Yeah. I very much saw that coming. Like, there just is not that much demand in automobiles. Slow and steady on that. Do 94 with just them. Don't really need to do anything else. We're okay. Alright. But yeah, 33,000 unemployed in Transvaal. Really is kind of shocking. Alright. Yeah, we have enough infrastructure. Figured I'd check. Yeah. Over a drink. Yeah, commend them. The protest must be heard. It's weird that the petit bourgeois seem to be the leader. Positivist. They would support technocracy. Theoretically could do technocracy. That would probably break a lot of things. Communist South Africa. Alright. Law progress to amendment. Yeah. So, puppet. Annexation. Offer to grant foreign investment rights. No. Like, I kind of want to support these guys. You know? But the problem is they can't actually give me anything. Otherwise I would. I feel like, you know, the rebellions should be able to invite people with war goals. Alright. God, our population is rapidly climbing. So is unemployment. Standard of living's kind of flatlining, which isn't a huge surprise. Literacy is literally decreasing. That also really isn't that big of a surprise. Alright. 10% more army offensive. We're gonna have machine guns. And, like, we'll train faster. I don't know. Hypothetically, if I swapped out for a professional army. Yeah, like 5% extra morale loss is pretty meh. To be fair, though, that double training rate is pretty nuts. Ah, yes, the anarchist society, and everything's kind of collapsing in on itself. Ah, you're an anarchist now. Excellent. Yeah. Well, there fractures the government. And we now have women's suffrage. The first election. Yeah. Gain feminist. Alright. Theoretically could slip down to anarchy. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, firebrands cool off in time. Alright, I kinda... Well, no, what I'll do is I'll wait for the election. Yeah. Anyway, real a smart move. Dependent enfranchisement. But yeah, that's going to dramatically increase my workforce. Which also means everyone's gonna friggin' build. Get more shit going. Photographic art. Might as well. Alright. That gets the food industries kind of running again. Good. Our mines are producing a concerning amount of money. They really are. Alright. But otherwise, things are good. We'll see how the election goes. Yeah. The Social Democrat Party actually has lost a lot of the voting from where it used to be, so... Alright. I want the armed forces in, so... That gets me a continually righteous government. And off the back of that, I can make a play for professional army. A professional army will allow me to, you know, have a professional army. It'll cost me some money, but I think I can handle that. Transvaal and Virstadt looks like they are struggling a bit. Some extra bureaucracy for them. And Transvaal the nation? No, Transvaal the state. Nobody cares then. Alright. And give women the right to vote. The first thing they do is try and stop the blacks from voting. I tell ya. Yeah, we'll scrap. Try again. There's not, like, I don't know where the stall comes from. Mostly just angry trade unions. I wonder if I could invite a decent armed forces agitator who would be fairly compatible with the others. Doesn't look like it. Alright. Government administration's handled. Yeah, that helps. Alright. Yeah. Bureaucracy will kind of time down. Jesus. Got a lot of negatives. Yeah, no, screw you, petit bourgeois. You're not leading anything. Ignore difficult landing penalty. Oh, hey, we got telephones. Time to start building some of those. Alright, food industry seem to be doing pretty well now. Really, everything I'm doing now is just a matter of trying to, like, get jobs for people. Yeah, acquiesce. The bill must pass. Yeah, my population and GDP just continue to skyrocket. Legitimacy of the German Empire is 6. Oh boy. Oh boy. One of these days, you know, German South Africa is gonna finish growing its colony enough to touch me. And I can kind of push in and kick. Out of curiosity, where am I at society tech? Tier 4. I really should just do malaria prevention. Push for that. Grassroots support for the law. Alright. Yeah, it's pretty much just come down to success for a stall now. Alright. Yeah, we've managed to get the price of groceries down. That's good. Wow, there is a massive shortage of engines in the German market. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have electric engines, which would literally double my engine output. Ah, I might in a moment. On that note, I suppose I should probably start subsidizing you. Because this motor industry, even with electricity as is, might be worth. Yeah. Not quite. Someday, though. But yeah, the electrics industry is getting started. And yeah, it looks like we are, in fact, the first builders of the telephone. Which is useful. There will be demand eventually. Let's also subsidize this so that way we actually hire. It'll be until the 9th of August. Alright. Okay. Colonizing Zambezi. Yeah, they will. Actually, kind of one of the reasons why I desperately want to like contain Cape Colony now, so that way it's only a single front in the north. All right. Population and GDP continue to climb. Elevators. Good. Alright. Automatic machine guns. Alright. Yeah, you know what? I can do a skyscraper site. What do I need for the Metropolitan Railway? Yeah, I would love to, but no. Arcades. We can do that. Yeah, I think I need, like, electric railway here. It's a matter of trying to get enough power generated. And I now have professional army. Yep. Do a promotion, that's fine. Yeah, we're struggling to get full employment here. But, I mean, that's what the migration's for. Literally 10,000 a week. Plus more are functionally becoming like workers on a regular basis since we've passed like, you know, women's suffrage. Alright. So, it's time to rejigger my army. I'm just going to rebuild it from the ground up. Alright. 100,000 from Transvaal. Yes, there's not enough supply for radio siege artillery. I do need that. I did not consider that. Nah, no one's even producing radio yet. So that was unconsidered. But I can just kind of cheat around it and do this. So 200 shrapnel artillery. $200 regular infantry. I've kind of weirdly done this, but it's fine probably. Okay, there's actually no way in hell that's going to work. I regret. Can't create 100 jobs in Zambezi. Or 100,000 jobs, rather. No matter how much I want to. It's kind of like a backwards colony. Yeah. Well, yeah, 7, yeah. Nice. Nice. Oh. Yeah, we need to be technically recruiting shrapnel artillery. And then, yeah, I guess just do that. That's fine. Alright. That'll create jobs, at least on paper. And on paper is good enough for me. Alright, let's push dangerous working conditions to negative 100%. So yeah, malaria prevention and back over to radios. I don't know. I guess I should keep doing military techs, honestly. Kind of feels like that. Ooh, squad infantry actually would be far better than any of that. Than flamethrowers. Yeah. I don't know. How's chemical these days? 20 offensive, 50% kill rate, minus 20% recovery rate. Yeah. We'll go for that, sure. Alright. Alright, so with the power plant doing its thing, I'm also free to upgrade others. Automatic power looms aren't quite worth it, but electric engines will be huge. Here, anyway. Alright, malaria prevention for level 5 colonial affairs. And now I can colonize at actually a reasonable rate. And also might need to establish more colonies. Because, yeah. Like, I can establish full colonies on all these places and we're fine. Alright. Good. We continue to grow. Now, first order of business. Like, Germany doesn't care enough. So, there. Mobilize and head out. Yeah, like Germany's not going to get involved, so. Maybe they'll just straight up back down. That'd be nice. In the meantime, a boatload of trench infantry are coming out. Shrapnel artillery is too difficult. No units that can be upgraded to siege artillery. Weird. Yeah, anyway, it's just a matter until I can get radio. Alright, well, they don't have a war. Or, sorry, they don't have an army. So this isn't really a war. South Africa is no longer a bloc member. Is that legal? Eh. I guess so. Oh, most dangerous game. Some Belgian guy died. Works for me. That's good for hunting people on an island, like a crazed rich person. Alright. Yeah, unfortunately having trench infantry does mean it takes us a while to attack, I notice. Probably also help if I had you all on advance front. Alright, and they capitulate. Nice. So, Cape Colony's peasant revolt. The Nama are doing an uprising. Alright. We'll take care of them. But yeah, no. Alright. So, what is Cape Colony? Puppet. So they'd probably join in as well, even if I just fought a war in the north. It's only gonna be like 2 more years until things are built, which is fine. Oh yes, we expanded the applications of the telephone. Yes, please just give me radio now. Oh, that's great. Alright. Military shipyards to steel hulls to steamships. Get the arms industries up and running. Iron electrolysis in any that can. It'll create electricity demand. Alright, and Trans-Valley colonization rights. Okay. Yeah. Nitrogen fixation process. That'll be nice for our wheat and millet farms. Exempt any that actually can't do that. Citrus orchards, fig orchards. Yeah. Apparently hardwood's the big one now. Chainsaws would be real bad. Those are all bad. You should definitely be on steam trawlers. There. Alright. But yeah, wow. GDP's number 2 now. It's we've overtaken the USA, and now we're just playing catch up with the Raj. Yeah, like our GDP is 5 a person. Yeah, the French Republic's like the next closest major power at 3. Tells you all you really need to know. Alright. So let's see. Skyscraper surveys, nice. State actions, there we are. We need to really start incorporating states. That one goes real quick, thankfully. The rest of these are an absurd amount of bureaucracy. But, with any luck, I don't know, a skyscraper will help. Yeah, bureaucratic nexus. And it looks like they need another, like 10 of these anyway. It's tough to tax people. The brave engineer. Sure. Rural folk are petitioning government. How about wage subsidies? I don't like to see that. No, we're still in the German market. It's being a little weird. Okay, that's fine. Alright. Currently looking like 18-ish months. Important, yeah. Germany is like trying to buy so many things from me now. It's becoming a problem for them. Yeah, we can roll group, please. Petit bourgeois go on to form the fascists, as they do. And we'll see where the votes lay. Social Democrats are heading for 77% of the votes, as usual. So, they will likely continue to reign. No. Alright. Sure, let the Anarchist Society go. Now. Yeah, that's a decent bit more. State actions begin incorporating. There we are. And that will just kind of cause my like, funds to tick upwards. Yeah, as we'll actually start getting taxes on people. Although the truth is, you know, 12 million people live here. 4 million people live here. Like, Transvaal is just such a massive amount. The golden mean. Social Democratic Party. They're the backbone of my government at this point. Alright. And we'll see. At some point soon, we might have some problems. Oof. The US and Britain being at war is really bad for them. It's a shame I actually cannot, like, do anything about this. Okay, the trade unionists are endorsing mass conscription. I mean, it's not quite as good, you know. Oh, yeah, we get 50 conscription limit. Oh. And that extra, like, experience and morale loss reduction is great. Right. I didn't consider that. Fair enough. Alright. Noted for the future. I, for some reason, thought it was 5. I thought like it was a complete inverse of national militia. Is it wage subsidies I have to pass, right? Yeah. I only need the first level, so it shouldn't be too bad. Increase law enforcement to the next level. Home affairs up. To increase my conscription rate. And I guess importantly, standardized filing system. Modern ports. Training method standard streamlining. Nice. Alright. Yeah. I feel like this should just be tier 6. Rather than tier 5, but eh. We'll get there. %, more conscriptable battalions will help a lot as well. Yeah, 17 more weeks for the skyscraper. I was kind of hoping at some point, like, steam turbines would come to this thing. But I don't know. Doesn't look like it. God. Artillery foundry, arms industry, making bank, radio production. Yeah. There, don't need to subsidize this anymore. 20 is good. As, you know, importantly, more radios. Alright. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Or the mass migration, oh lord. wage subsidies. We're good. I'm kind of worried about that growing lack of money. But I think like 100 grand of that is just the building. And I still have the ability to call up another 265 grand. And there's the potential of consumption taxes, which I won't shake a stick at, honestly. It's not great, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? It's only 11 more months until that. Jesus, the moment I put that up there. Alright. So yeah, let's seriously talk to Grease here. I'm gonna probably recall the greener grass campaigns. I don't need them as much anymore. Alright. There's violent suppression there. Okay. State actions. Make sure we incorporate states. But yeah, with some work. I can functionally make a stable budget. Stable-ish, anyway. This is definitely not good for the health of my nation, but it is good for the potential expansion of my nation. So, we'll get there. Only 9 more months of military buildup. I might also try and cheapen up the army a bit, but we'll see. 30 million people and climbing. GDP's still kind of climbing. Negative migration just due to unemployment. Don't like that. Alright. But with that, thank you everyone for watching. I've been your Kelvin. I'll see you guys next time. Take care, folks. Have a good night.